Welcome to Cooking with Chef Geeks. It's the first time I've done one of these shows in a few days now, so I'm going to try to pick it up a little bit. But if it's your first time tuning in, you're in for quite the extravaganza. I am making, all right, so the reason why I'm making this is because I used to make it before, then I get off track and I just got lazy buying it in the store because, you know something, we all get lazy, right? The average person doesn't cook a lot, all right? But the Geeks is here to change that. We're just going to keep things simple. You got to keep it simple. And when you're a Geekitarian, it's really simple. You know, my last name's Geegan, and so I figured I'd throw the Aryan in there. You know, instead of being a vegetarian, a pescatarian, ovotarian, all these tarians. I think a Geekitarian kind of like encompasses it all of it. So when I used to eat more vegetables and fish, and people, hey, you're a vegetarian. I'm not a vegetarian. A vegetarian eats vegetables, no animal products, no fish. And a vegan's like a whole nother level, right? Vegans, like, they don't even wear any like leather or anything to do with an animal. It's ixnayed. So that's a vegan, not a geegan. But I'm making homemade hummus today, right? And low sodium, low sugar, low saturated fat, all these low calories, but lots of nutrition. That's the key. That's the key. So when you pick up stuff in the food, the food store, it's called the supermarket, the food store. You ever go to the food store? It's like going to get your brakes changed, right? You go to the brake store. You go to the mechanic. I guess that's the same thing. But you just try to figure out, what am I going to eat? What's the nutritional value on this, right? And most people don't know. Something? They don't care, but I do, and people that watch my show do, and that's why I try to educate and bring people up to the standards of the Geekitarian. So what I got today, all right, that's enough of that, right? So you know where I'm coming from, right? Health. You got one body, take care of it, stop putting poison in it, and we'll just go from there. All right, so did I lose track? I'm gonna make my own hummus because it's got all sorts of shit in it when you buy it in the store. It does. It's got a lot of, but you get lazy, you buy it anyways. So we got tahini, right? Gotta put tahini in the hummus. All right, tahini's just smash down sesame seed, right? Which is really good for you. Sesame seed, it's been studies that show lower your cholesterol, can bring your lipids down. It helps the kidneys, helps the liver, so on and so forth. So why don't you eat it, right? That's in there. I got chickpeas, okay? This is the organic brand from, organic lentils. Again, high protein, very low in the glycemic index count. Lentils, very low in the glycemic index count. It's got a lot of protein, all right? So it's got more protein, right? But the carbohydrates, remember I talked about fiber. You got to get at least 25 grams of fiber in a day. So if you're eating like chickpeas and lentils and, vegetables, you're going to get that. You're going to get the fiber, no problem. That keeps you regular, right? You got to stay regular. Again, potassium, sodium, phosphorus, calcium, iron. This is what you need. This is what you need to function. A lot of people need more to function, but just the basic needs. But again, this is low calorie. And I got my protein wraps. I cut them up. I got some celery and some carrots. Okay, and then we're gonna put the hummus in the middle there, and we're gonna make it look really pretty. Remember, it's about pretty. It's got to be pretty. But first of all, what I'm gonna do is I got onions and garlic, all right? So let's just turn this around here like this a little bit, right? And I'm gonna turn this up, right? Now I cut the onions and garlic about the same width, all right, same dimension, right? So and that's so it cooks about the same time, right? You know, you don't want big chunks and little chunks, and then the garlic burns, and the onion doesn't, and the onion's not cooked all the way through, and then it tastes like shit. That's exactly what it tastes like. But I only got I got 2 cloves of garlic in there. I got about maybe, you know, not even a quarter cup of onion, right? Because we're gonna mix it right over here in this beautiful chopper there. That's my blender, all right? I don't have a food processor, but that's gonna do good. But if it's not done, like if it doesn't get it done like the right way, I like it clumpy anyways, but I can finish it off with this gadget. Geeks get all the gadgets, you know? Well, not all of them. If I did, I'd have a food processor. Unless, you know, sometimes I'm so frugal sometimes. That's gonna do. That's gonna work. I don't need a $1,000 food processor. Well, you can buy one though, if that makes you feel good, right? You know, if someone, you know, everyone's got their thing. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of avocado oil in here, right? I'm on a kick. I stopped the olive oil for a little while. And I'm going to go to the avocado oil. Hope you don't mind. Again, we are going to make up an awesome hummus dish today, right? So I got the chickpeas, I got the lentils, I'm going to get some lemon in there, the tahini, and I'm going to put a whole avocado in there too. So chickpeas, avocado, lentils, some tahini, and it's going to be absolutely delicious. Salt, pepper, right? Not any salt, because there's enough sodium in those cans. So what I'm going to do, I already put 1 whole can in, all right, inside there. I just kept this one so you guys can see. But then the lentil, I'm just going to put a whole can of lentil in there with the juice, all right, because the juice is going to make it thinner, all right, and I get this is sodium here. So there's a half cup is 1 serving, right? There's 3.5 servings in here, all right? So that's about 1.5 cups, right? And so for 1.5, for just a half a cup of serving, the sodium is 115, right? So if I times that, I'm going to pour like 400 milligrams of sodium inside there, but that's going to be all right because we're going to have 2 cans. 1 can of chickpeas, 1 can of lentils. We're gonna have the tahini in there. The avocado, you know, doesn't have any sodium in it, right? You see how that's working out? It all comes together. Just trust me. Just trust me. All right. So my whole point was, don't be adding sodium to it when it's done. And all right, so the reason you're probably saying, geez, why are you cooking up the onion and garlic? Well, you know, I could have thrown it in there, right, and chopped it up really good. But when I cook it up and break the bonds, right, I get the juices and I break the chemical bonds up, and the flavor is going to be much more prevalent when we start to spin it and put all the stuff in there. It's going to have a nice even taste. All right, that's the reason. And I don't have to, like, burn it, all right? Don't burn your garlic, please. That's like the worst thing you can do is you're burning your garlic. What are some of the worst things in the world? Burning your garlic, number 1. No, that's not number 1, but. All right, so, you know what the thing is that you make such a beautiful dish here, right? And you go through the effort of making it nutritious, and you find all the right ingredients, right? And then you go and ruin it. You start dipping it, you get the nice, beautiful homemade hummus, and you start dipping it in like Doritos and, all ultra-processed food, and the hummus turns to, something very unhealthy. you know, you get well, pigs in, what do they call them? Pigs in a blanket, or you know, that's like you might as well just dip the sphincter of a pig in your hummus. That's not that wouldn't be good. No, I wouldn't eat it. I wouldn't eat it. It's probably nutritious though, because it's not processed. But anyways, you know what I'm getting at here, right? So the less shit food you eat, all right, that's how fast that is. Bang. All right, so check that out. Look at that, nice and golden brown, right? Golden brown, yeah. All right, now here's the challenge. All right, so we're gonna move this over here. We're gonna get that right on there. Bang. All right. Like I said before, right? I got the can of lentils here. I'm just gonna dump the whole friggin' thing in there. All right. Juice and all, right? Because look, it's dry there. I love lentils. You know what I love? I get the lentils. I buy the lentils in the bag, and it's, again, it's processed, but it's only like a few ingredients. It's like lentils and like 4 ingredients, so it's not too bad. But they're really crunchy and they're delicious. After a workout or a run or something, that couple hours later you're dying for that. What do you want? And if you're trying to lose weight, stay away from it. See, be good now, right? Just be good. All right. So here we go. We're gonna get the avocado in there, right? Again, avocado loaded with fat, right? This thing right here is about 200 calories, right? Imagine that, 200 calories in this little thing. Now remember, this is fruit, but it's not really, it's in the fruit category. Loaded with great omegas and, very, very healthy fats. Okay? Whoa, okay. Let's take this out. All right, so I try to get it so the avocado is like it's even more ripe than this. All right, but it didn't ripen in time. But I like it when it's nice and squishy, right? You can just kind of squeeze it right out. But you know something? Not gonna matter anyways, because we're gonna blend the beep out of that, right? All right, so I get the avocado. I have the chickpeas. I got the lentils in there. All right, let's add the garlic, right? The garlic and got the garlic and onion. All right, so besides all my jibber jabbering, we're doing pretty good on time, right? I'm going to squeeze a little bit of lemon in there. I'm going to put all right. Usually it's like a quarter cup for, if you're making a small batch. We're making a big batch, so I am going to put a half a cup of tahini in here. Now, tahini is it's like an avocado, right? And it's very, very high in calories. So 2 tablespoons is like 220 calories, right? Well, we're putting pretty much half a cup in here. So that's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. But again, it's going to be dispersed through, a couple cans of lentils and the chickpeas. Let me stir it up good. Get all the stuff off the bottom, right? It's been sitting there. It's gonna put it in there. It's gonna give some nice texture to it. Bang, good. There we go. A little tahini. Those are sesame, ground sesame. Or they call it like sesame butter, right? All right, so. We're gonna put one more thing in here. We're gonna put the lemon. Give it some lemon. All right, so just gonna squeeze it in here. Make sure, try not to get the seeds in there. All right. There's one, and we're gonna do one more. That's good right there. Bang. Awesome. Now, here we go. All right. Hold on tight. You know, sometimes these things go crazy. So I'm gonna use a chopper first, right? All right. Get my wooden spoon. Gonna push this down. Bang it again. Here we go. Remember, I don't want to make it too watery, so I got to make sure this is all chopped up good before I add any water to it. I think it's at a perfect texture, actually. Alright, I'm going to add just a little bit of water. I'm going to use the same tahini. Just a little bit. Alright, it's getting pretty good. The consistency's getting pretty good in there. Alright, I kind of like that right there. Let me see. Oh yeah. Alright, so now, that's perfect consistency. So I'm going to bring it back over here. There's the geeks. Hey! Look at that. That came out perfect, right? So I'm going to bring it back over here though, and I'm going to dump it in here. I'm going to get my rubber spoon. I made a lot. You know why? Because I love hummus. I love it. I eat it. I eat it on like everything. Oh yeah. Actually, it's a perfect texture, right? Perfect texture. You guys can see it too, right? It's not too watery, right? It's not too thick, right? So when you put it on the spoon, right? Look. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Now I gotta taste it. You know, let's put it through the taste test. It might taste like shit, you know, but who knows? That's really, really good. That's really good. I just want to add my own taste buds, right? See, this is the great thing about, you know, if you want to spend some time in the kitchen, right? You can make anything you want. You don't have to be a rocket scientist, you know, to figure out how to make hummus. You just look up on the internet and say, hey, oh yeah, let me add that. You can put beets in there, sweet potato. You know, I got an avocado in there. You can put anything you want. That's the great thing, right? And it's healthy, right? I'm gonna put a little black pepper. I'm gonna get a little black pepper, and believe it or not, okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of sea salt. All right, just a little bit, about a half teaspoon. Perfect. Now, let me put it on a plate right here, right? I'm gonna scoop it out, one little scoop. Take this out of the way, and voila! Check this out. Look at this. Right? Look how beautiful this is. I did that for I gotta take like snapshots. But here's the kicker, right? Let me bring you in close. Oh yeah. That's awesome, right? Here we go. You know what? I love this protein wrap that I get. It's like it's only like 60 calories for like a big piece of wrap, right? 6 grams of protein, very little. All right, here we go. That's good. Oh, healthy. Look. Oh, celery. All right, look. That's it. Look how beautiful that looks. My homemade hummus. What I like about it is that I get a little bit of that garlic in there, and I can actually taste a little bit of onion, because you don't want to overpower it. And again, if it's whatever you want, just add it in there, blend it up again, you know, whatever you want. Put more lemon in there, whatever your flavor is. It's your day. It's your day. Hey, thanks for tuning in. And I made so much here, I'll just give some to the neighbors. The neighbors love when I overcook. They're like, Deegs, when we getting some more food? I'm like, yeah, right, I'll be over tomorrow. Great to have great neighbors. Low calories, high nutrition. You know, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be going on that pretty soon live, right? And, you know, send people here. Share this video. Could you please, right? I need some followers, you know. I want to make this world healthy, one person at a time. And I know I can do it. And tomorrow's my birthday. I'm going to be 61 tomorrow. Maybe I should do a birthday show. But I don't bake, though. I don't bake. No cakes for me. No cakes, no desserts. Thanks for tuning in. Love ya.